What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got a split review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new split from the band Serpents Athirst, Genocide Shrines, Trepanation, and Heresiarch, entitled Scorn Coalescence. This is released on Cyclopean Eye Productions. Yeah, that was quite a mouthful there. But yeah, I've done a lot of split reviews on this channel in the past, but I've never really done one that had more than two bands. I believe this is the very first one that I'm doing for four bands here, and I think that this has to be a special, momentous occasion for me to do a review for a band, for a split that has four bands. Two bands from New Zealand and two bands from Sri Lanka, two countries that produce their fair share of excellent extreme music. All four of them coming together to create some very top-notch black and death metal. We're going to start with the Sri Lankan side of things first with Serpents Athirst. They're based out of Sri Lanka, and this band is still in the stages of putting out some really killer music. They put out a demo EP in 2012 called Prevail, and then in 2015 they put out another EP entitled Heralding Ceremonial Mass Obliteration. That was a killer EP, and I think that one still holds up very nicely. This split starts off with the track Poisoning the Seven. And you can tell by this vocalist's demeanor, his cackling sort of demeanor going on, that you're going to be in for a very intriguing track. And with that song, you get a great deal of awesome drumming, great riffs, great vocal work. That's the one thing that stood out to me about previous Serpents Athirst material, was the fact that this vocalist had some sort of a maniacal, cackling sort of feeling going for him. And here on this track, he really does show you how strong of a vocalist he truly is. It's a very well-worded vocal performance, but then you get that little sinister element of evilness being done here with his vocals. But that's also pointing out that the music on this track is very well done. There is some seriously killer riff work to be heard throughout that song, great bass tones, and even greater drumming. Really sick track, and it makes me want to hear more of Serpents Athirst. And the other Sri Lankan band on this split is Genocide Shrines. Of course, they're also from Sri Lanka, and they have a very strong pedigree in their own respective rights, putting out the Divination Monument Temples EP, and then their excellent full-length from 2014 entitled Manipura Imperial Death Evocaville. I'm not going to say the full name because I'm not going to try to tire myself out saying it. Very wordy full name for the album, but it's great stuff. But yeah, they have a song on this split called All and or Nothing. It's one of the longest tracks on this split here, and you get the continued evolvement and sound of what Genocide Shrines is all about. Some seriously top-notch musicianship here. I really love the audible bass being heard on that song. It's just really top-notch and to the point, straight to the point. You get a lot of awesome riffs, some great drumming and blast beats, and I love the vocal style being delivered on this song, especially for the fact that things begin to get a little bit more darker and more creative as the song flows along. It's definitely worth the 7.5 minute wrong running time, and it's really killer. Genocide Shrines is a great band, and I definitely think they're going to continue to get better and better as time comes along. I am very much ready to hear more new material from them in the future. Now we get to the New Zealand side of the split, and the first band we get is the band Trepanation. Admittedly, I'm not familiar with Trepanation other than the fact that they put out some material back in the later 2010s with the Hideous Black Abyss demo, a couple of splits here and there, and then an EP in 2016 called Grand Ma, which showcased a continued evolvement of their sound, because they have that traditional sort of Black Death war metal sort of influence with a little bit of that grindcore influence going in too. And you heard it in spades throughout this band's previous material. But on the song BHT, which is easily the shortest song on this split, you get an amalgamation of everything that Trepanation has done in the past with their sound, with their material. It sounds very dark. I get an almost cavern-like sort of feeling for it once you hear how the song is mixed and produced. I think it's very primitive sounding. It's very dark. A lot of great drumming, a lot of very powerful vocal stylings being done here. A lot of great riffs. I love the snare pop on the drums. I think it's a really killer track, and it really makes me want to find out more about what Trepanation are all about, and hopefully we can get a debut full-length from them in the future. I definitely think this band needs to be heard of more. And the last band on this split is, of course, Heresiarch. Probably saying the band name wrong, but I apologize on that end. Yeah, they are the band they're the New Zealand band I'm the most familiar with. Of course, you know Heresiarch best for their EP releases like Hammer of Intransigence and Whale Wolf, and of course in 2017 they put out their debut full-length through Dark Descent entitled Death Ordinance, and of course I had the honor and privilege of getting to see them play live with Antichrist Siege Machine. What a great live band. This band is just awesome in general, and I'm always excited for more new Heresiarch. And we get the track Dread Prophecy, which is the second longest track on this split, but here you get pretty much everything you know about Heresiarch in one great total package. Rumbling vocals, loud, clear, audible bass, even more loud, clear riffs, top-notch drumming, never lets up, never gets tiresome. It's just a really entertaining drum performance to be heard throughout that track. It starts out fast, gets slower later on, but I definitely think there's a lot of great stuff to be heard on the song Dread Prophecy. It's just a really killer song, and like all the songs that I've listened to on this split, it only makes me hanker and want to hear more new material. But this is a very smart and intelligent split, taking two great bands from Sri Lanka and two great bands from New Zealand, coming together, mixing up their styles. They all complement each other very well, and I definitely think if you're into bands from New Zealand or Sri Lanka, you're going to find something to enjoy with Scorn Coalescence. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave you a link in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Cyclopean Eye Bandcamp page where you can listen to some select tracks that are currently available to stream on their Bandcamp page. I believe the songs from Serpents Athirst and, Genocide Shrines and Heresiarch are available to stream, and the CD is currently available on CD through Cyclopean Eye Productions. I believe Dark Descent is putting out a vinyl version of this. That's from what I heard a long while ago. I don't know if that holds any weight or not, but it would be cool to have this on a vinyl version too. But yeah, again, the split is Scorn Coalescence by Serpents Athirst, Genocide Shrines, Trepanation, and Heresiarch, released through Cyclopean Eye Productions. Definitely go check this one out. If you happen to have heard this split, definitely let me know what you think about it, how you feel about it, or how you feel about any of these bands. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Army out.